Greetings. My name is Dr. Toni Luck, and welcome into my home. I had the most amazing privilege to meet Mama Winnie Mandela around 20 years ago, and we formed a bond that was made in heaven. We always say that, the family of the blood is one thing, but the family of the heart is something else. And in the last 4 years, when Mommy wasn't feeling so well, God arranged for my schedule so that I could be in South Africa with her most days. And during that time, she wasn't well, and then she got well, and then she wasn't well. But on each occasion, we had so much fun and so much laughter. Mommy asked me to do a couple of things for her, and most of them I could do. A couple of them I couldn't, so I'm going to tell you a few of them. One of them was that she wanted me to make sure that one time when she was sick, that she would not be in a hospital and pass on, that I was to take her to Kunu. And I said to her, Mommy, that's not possible that I take you to Kunu without help. She said, oh, sure, you can just take me. And I said, Mommy, that's called kidnapping. And I will go to jail. And she said, well, I went to jail. What's the big deal? And I said, yes, but you went to jail because you were freeing a nation. I'm going to go to jail for taking the woman who freed a nation. And then on top of that, you want to go to Kunu to take your last breath. So now I'm going to be in jail for murder. And I said, I'm going to take Sister Nisa with me. So both of us are going to be. She said, oh, yeah, murder's kind of serious. I said, you think? And we used to have fun like that. I want you to be there when I take my last breath. I said, no, that's your thing. You sat with Mr. Mandela. You sat with Brother Kadada. I am not doing that for you. So pick something else. But one of the things she asked me to do is to honor her daughters. And that is a job I'm happy to do. These were two little girls that grew up into a life that they didn't choose. And they've turned into magnificent women, Zinzi and Zanani. They both represent our country well as ambassadors, and they've raised children and grandchildren. And though they have suffered as much as Mommy always wanted me to be the one to remind them that she loved them so much and she understood the pain they suffered. What she went through, believe it or not, they went through. The times that she was separated from them, the times that they didn't have a mother for Christmas or Easter or any occasion, the time that they went to school alone, the time that she could never go to a parent-teachers meeting. She really understood that and took it to heart, which is why she worked so hard to keep her family together. So I want the nation, whoever's listening to this, to really celebrate those ladies. Make sure that they are honored wherever you find them. And then she asked me, you be a big sister to them. I said, those are grown women. And if I'm here, I'll always be here for them because you've asked me. But those are big girls. But I love you, and I hope that you understand how much, and I'm sure you do, your mother loved you. Now to Mama Winnie. 4,000 years ago, there were 5 words said by a woman, an African, Hebrew, Israelite woman, who used those 5 words to free a nation. I am convinced that those 5 words were wrapped up into eternity, then put in the womb of Gertrude, in the sperm of Columbus, and between them they created Nozama, Winifred, Madikizela. In that body, in that DNA, in that whole being, from before the foundation of the earth, she was destined to free her nation. And she used the same words as an ancestor of mine, Esther. If I perish, I perish. And I want women all over the world to take her example that no matter what the cause, no matter what the cost, no matter what the struggle, if I perish, I perish. That was Winnie Mandela. She never stood back. She never stood down. Now there are lots of movies and videos about her standing in front of the white apartheid regime and never backing down. Standing in front of the ANC patriarchy and never backing down. But galvanizing women, motivating young men, motivating young women. And now that we see most of the bad things that were said about her were never true. Those who loved her and love her still knew they weren't true. And those who don't love her, no explanation will suffice. So we put them aside. But she was a magnificent example of the Esther of old. She saved a nation with 5 words. And if I perish, I perish. But I mean to make my people free. So all over South Africa, all over Africa, all over the world, I know that you are celebrating this great woman, but she was really a very, very, very special and kind and loving person to me. At my age, almost 7 decades, having a mother is really nice to have. Someone who could have been my older sister, but we used to trade places. Sometime I was the mother. I remember one time she was in the hospital and she was acting badly and didn't want to take her medicine. I said, oh, no, Zama, you're going to take your medicine. And she said to the doctor, that's my mother. I'm the daughter. So we just enjoyed our relationship, our interaction, the kindness she showed to so many people all over the world, really. And the fact that she had, people comment about her beauty, but her beauty came from her heart. Inside of her heart was purity, and she found a way to forgive even the most heinous things done by the worst and brutal people. So in my tribute, I love you. I thank you for this magnificent life. I also thank you for your kindness as you slipped away quietly. We have had occasions where it's been weeks sometime. Even people didn't know you were in the hospital, and it was close calls. And I remember you saying you never wanted the family to suffer watching you expire. So in the wee morning, you just left us in less than 24 hours. Yes, we miss you terribly, but your spirit is in all of us. Your spirit is in the air. And I also thank you for giving me the name Nomvula, because at the end, even though I was not able to speak at your funeral or your memorial, you did say to me that I would have the last word at your funeral. And sure enough, when they picked up your casket, the heavens opened and the rain poured out like it was an avalanche, like someone was pouring water out. And so Nomvula, the one who brings the rain, actually did have the last word. Thank you, my darling. I'm very happy for that. May you rest for a moment, and then may you get up and get busy in heaven, helping us who are left, like the Denises, like the Crisildas, like the Angolas, like the women who will come after you, the young women who will come after you. Give us your spirit. Give us your energy. Keep blessing Zinzi and Zanani and all the granddaughters and the grandsons and the great-grandchildren. We know you're watching us, and we love you for it. May you rest in peace, Nozama, my friend, my buddy, my hangout buddy, my movie partner, my mom, my sister. I love you.